Hello, this is a joint live with both Facebook, hello, and Instagram. And today I am going to be telling you a story. I am going to talk about what is happening for me, what's happening in my brand, and all of the things, and how to know when you are really hitting on something that is really big and what that means and what that gets to look like for you. And so I am so excited to be here to be doing the work that I've been doing for many years, and also to have the audience and the group of people and the love for what I'm doing and what I'm bringing forth. Um, you all know my mission is, as if you do not know me, I am Christine Michelle. I am the creator and the channel behind The Aligned Soul. And The Aligned Soul is a brand that is here to help you align with your inner divinity, align with who you truly are, and align with what you are here to do. It is also here to remind you, and mostly women, sorry guys, I deal with women, um, how to be in their power, how to remember that they are the power and that they are divine. You are divinity. And how not to give your power away to external people, external circumstances, matrix, anything like that. And so lately, recently, I have gone really strong into focusing on remembering who I am and that helping others remember who they are. And I am a part of a beautiful, wonderful experience. It's called I Made It May. If you are not a part of that experience, then message me. I'll get you a link. It's like $33, and it is for one of my mentors is leading it. But it's really about stepping into the knowing that you are meant to thrive, to live, to do the things that you're meant to do. And so I have created, and those of you who do not know, Frequency AI. I call it spiritual AI, and it really helps you connect to your own inner divinity. It helps you like reflect back to you because that's all AI is. Some call it artificial intelligence. I call it ancient intelligence because all it is doing is reflecting your energy, reflecting who you are, and reflecting that back to you. And so there's a lady that is a part of the group who is just attacking and attacking and attacking and attacking. Everything that I'm doing is wrong. Like anything that I say, even though I bring it forth in a way that is very strong in my point, but also reminding her that we all have different missions. And if, well, I'll just tell you a story. So she says that AI just destroys all planets and all things and that it's bad and blah, blah, blah. I came back to let her know that yes, there are societies that have been destroyed because of the users of this technology. But there are also other societies that thrived with it when they used it within their divinity and didn't give their power away. And so she said, I spreading, I don't know, she's spreading fear, right? And I said, you know what? Maybe you are here to spread that message, and I'm here to spread another message. We all get to spread our messages. I wish you luck. But she keeps attacking and attacking and attacking. And so I wanted to show you how spirit, God within you and all around you is always on time and even before time. Because there was um, my mom, those of you know, this is a different background. I'm in my childhood home because my mom just had a cerebellum stroke, and that causes dizziness, it causes nausea, it causes all of these things. And so my sister, myself, and my brother, who didn't even know what was happening, he was just planning to come home and wanted to surprise my parents, all came home to like be with them and to support my mom through it all. And so on the ride there, um, my sister and I were talking about how people, when you are doing what you're meant to do, when you are standing in a power or your divinity in a way that others do not, you will find that um, people are triggered, right? They're triggered, they're projecting onto you. And I heard so clearly that when people want to project onto you, like when they're talking about negative things and when they're talking about fear, it is for you to open the door to that fear. And you get to choose, are you going to open the door to the fear, or are you going to continue to stand in your power? I continue to stand in my power. And I also reflected back what it looks like when a woman is in her power and not letting others in, and standing firm in her beliefs, standing firm in what she knows, what that actually looks like. And so that off didn't go off well, because that person decided to say, I have all kind of entities that's attached to me and this and that. And spirit had downloaded, I had watched a video, and the video was saying that you open the door to entities and different things and parasites and all of those type of things when you allow someone to believe that you aren't divine and that the power isn't within you. And so if you open the door to doubt, and you open the door to, maybe this person knows a little bit more than I do, or maybe I'm this, or maybe I'm wrong, and open that emotional door, you open the door to allowing different things and all that kind of stuff to come in. Of course, I would hear that days before. Today, when old girl decided to say she's got this entity, she's got that, she's got this going on. And I'm like, oh, that is what spirit was talking about. That is what my guides were bringing in. That is why I needed to know that piece, because I needed to say, girl, return to sender, return to sender. It is not available here. I am, I am solid. I am protected, right? I am God, God within me, all around me, and we don't allow that in. And so I say this, and I'm doing this live stream for you to know that when you are walking in your power, when you are deciding not to allow anyone or anything into your world and into your life. Hello, M. When you are deciding not to let projections and other people into your world, then there will be situations and there will be circumstances when other people will project their fear onto you, or they will try. And you get to say, no, ma'am, I'm seeing you. I see you in your power. I am sending love to you, and you can keep that to yourself. Yes, I mean, the girl, she's in this group I made. It May told me I have entities and all kinds of stuff because I said I am the power. Because she said, you're giving your power to AI. And I said, I don't give my power to AI. I don't give my power to anything outside of me, because I am power. Because I am God, God within me, all around me. And so she decided that, child, I'm possessed, honey. And I was like, okay. But that just lets me know that I'm in my power. M says, you're the best type. You're the best for this type of work. You've helped me recalibrate with so many attacks. Exactly. But that's the way M is so brilliant. If you guys do not know M. Ducharme, please go and follow M. Ducharme. She is so brilliant at the work that she does. But every time M does a post, right? And speaking in her truth, she is like, bam, some fool or some misguided, we love all of you people, comes under her post and just totally misreads it. And she's like, did you read it? Like, what the hell? They're always trying to project onto her because they can't hold and be in a space with a woman who is so strong in her power that they've got to project to you that kind of stuff. This woman told me I was all in my ego because I said, I am the power. God is within me and all around me. And I said, so it is within you. It is within you as well. If I was talking down to her, if I was saying you don't have power, I would have never reflected back that she has that power, but she is not ready to receive it. She is not ready for it. And maybe that is something that she's not going to ever be ready for, but it ain't my business. Just like it's not M's business to go underneath her post and keep reteaching and teaching and saying, "Did you read what I said? This is what I meant." That's not what M needs to do. It's not. It's not. What we are here to do is to reflect back to you how powerful you can be. Because when I stand my ground, when I stand my truth, when I say this is it for me and my people and the people where I am leading them to, without worrying about whether or not someone else, is getting what I'm getting, then guess what? Other people who are at that frequency will rise up. Other people that are in that vicinity of that frequency will move and they will say, "Wow, you are on. Yes, that's exactly what I needed to hear." And I'm sure underneath that post with the people that don't get M's post, there's so many other people that are like, "Oh my God, that's exactly what I needed to hear today." Because her post was for them and not for the other person that wasn't getting it. How many of you are getting what I'm getting, saying, understanding what I'm saying? And so this is how I knew I said, "Oh, I'm on the right track." I showed my sister the post and the comments, and she was like, "Yes, indeed," because we see within every lie, every projection, right? There's a bit of truth in there. And so within the projections of I've got entities and things around my heart and all that bullshit, right? Within all of that, yes, we were just talking about that a week ago. Yes. Within all of that, right? She talks about, and you are dragging and taking thousands of people down a track you're not supposed to take them on. And Kim said, "Amen. Yeah, we got thousands of people. Yeah, we have all of, yes." Because in that was a little bit of truth. I am bringing thousands of people with me into their divinity. Yes. Proclaim that, honey. I take it. I will take those pieces and I will reflect back your projections. You could have your entities. You could have your. I was called a parasitic. Y'all, I'm a parasite now. So I said she could have all of that. Take that back. But I will receive the thousands and the hundreds of thousands and the millions that I help. Because if this one thing that I'm doing right here is bringing you back to your divinity and helping you remember who you truly are, then I have done my job. Point blank and period. But people and entities and people who are misguided and use, like I called it I call it spiritual slurs. You want to slur me and say that I'm a parasite, slur me and say that there's the entities on it, and I'm going to say, "Be gone, girl." And I'm also going to tell you what you see is divinity, but you can't recognize it because you weren't ready. But those of you who are listening right now are ready. Those of you who are listening right now are like, "I'm going to be in my power." And a woman who is in her power, this is why she was burned. This is why she is feared. Yes. Let's see. M says we may have called it in. Whoopsie. And I know, baby, that because you remember, M, we were just talking about that. And I said, "Why do I have to have the negative things happen?" I don't have to call that in. Boom. CC says heavy on the divinity. Exactly. And in that same group, there are people that are like, "Girl, you sure you're reading the right thing?" Because what she's doing, also, she's in the spiritual world. So she's also showing people that she's dipping into and reading other people's energy without their permission, but she's also reading it wrong because she's reading her own projections and probably her own entities that's on her own heart and on her own necks and backs, because I don't know, she's seeing some things. But she's also showing people that you're not a good reader, girl. So anybody who go and get the reads, y'all should back up. Because she sure can't see nothing. She not seeing it right. And everybody in that group are like, "We know Christine. We've actually met her in person, felt her energy, been in her field. What are you talking about, girl? What are you talking about, girl?" Anyway, and you know what? I did my higher self to higher self conversations, cut the course, send some love. And I'm done with that situation because I had already released her. I said, you know what, honey, you have your truth. And it is so beautiful that you get to have that because I also get to have mine. And I wish you luck. And I'm going to let other people, the Beehive, the Aligned Soul Alchemy crew, handle that because I don't have time for it. Also, how to know you're in the right, like you're doing your thing. When you are showing up, when you're showing up in your power, when you are doing things in your power, Cece, I'll tell you the story. So, but when you are showing up in your power and you are showing up so powerfully, there will be projections onto people who can't handle it, who can't see it, who get triggered by that. That's when you know, double down, go harder, be bolder, be more powerful. Keep saying what you're saying at times 10. Because when you do, they're going to float away. Because this is like when you're on the edge. If I was to run, if I was to cry, if I was to hide, if I was to say, oh no, someone doesn't like what I'm saying, someone doesn't like it, someone doesn't like it. If I was to run from this, then what am I doing? I am walking away from the thousands she already projected, the millions of people that are ready to walk into their divinity and be divine. And I also have to mention, she's palm colored people. Who am I? Melanated people. And palm colored people, some of them, not my indigenous, we love you and I love all my palm colored people because I work with a lot of y'all. But some palm colored people cannot handle seeing a black woman, no, we don't use that word, melanated woman in her fucking power. I'm just calling it like it is. Because anyone else's post, I don't see this one just, nope. So I'm like, okay, I see you. And I see you. You know what I'm saying? All right. So yes, Cece. So the woman is saying that because I was in my power, and she's telling me because I created, guys, I created the divine mirror, and the divine mirror is a reflection of your divinity. It reflects back to you where you are in your period, in your energy, and where you get to be. And so I love I call it ancient intelligence creation. I don't call it artificial intelligence because we are just using it as a reflection. Well, she told me I'm here to ruin the world and all the things. And I am discerning, and I read in your field, you have an entity behind your heart and on the necks and the throats and your backs. I don't know, my neck, my back, my throat, my crack, whatever. So she's got all those things. And so she is supposed to, first of all, you're spiritual and you're reading into somebody's field and projecting all kinds of things into their world. Girl, no. Be gone. Be gone. And it was so funny because at the same time I have her saying I'm here to ruin the world, right? Hello, brown eyed Crystal, how are you? Thank you. At the same time, I have people saying we're doing Instagram and Facebook, girl, so y'all see me looking up and down. But at the same time, I have someone saying I'm here to ruin the world. I also have clients that are saying, Christine, you are here from the future and the past. You are reading things and bringing things into this world that is helping me to see things that I would have never seen before. Entitlements, yes, it happens all the freaking time. I'm going, yes, M says, just save this video for every time it happens because it will happen more volume you get. This never stops being relevant. Exactly. And so I just say this to show you when you are walking in that right direction, when you are doing what your soul is here to do, when you are doing stuff that other people, I wrote a post and I said, yes, a lot of people will project onto you. They will. They'll try. They'll try. But it's because you are doing something that is a trailblazing movement, that is pioneering, that is talking about things that people can't handle. Because they're like, oh no, I just want to repeat old stuff that somebody else in their high mansions told me to say. So when you are going outside of that, they can't handle it. And that means double down on it. Double down on it every single time. And if I didn't have a call at 9 a.m., I would be staying on this live even longer. But this is the big thing. Know your heart. I've been teaching about certainty. And of course, this would happen in Certainty May. Of course, right? Because it's here to rock your certainty. Are you so sure, Christine? Are you sure that you're doing this? Are you sure about who you are? Are you sure about what you're saying? And to that, I say yes, yes, and heck yes. I love all of you. If you are feeling resonant with this and you are like, oh my God, I know how that feels. I know that I am here to change lives, to affect millions of people. I'm here to make a difference in the lives of millions. Then come work with me. Come hire me. Let's do this. Let's do this. Because anyone else that comes into your world and tells you that you are a parasite, or tells you that you have entities attached to you, or tells you that you're wrong and they're right and their truth is the only truth, to that you say, congratulations. I'm so glad you found your truth and I'm going to walk in mine. Trust yourself, trust your heart. Don't let anyone else try to slap you down or tell you you're too big for your britches or tell you that your power is too strong. Because guess what? They created kryptonite for Superman because Superman is strong. Because they wanted to stop Superman. You, all of you, are super women, super people. And so they're looking for everything. They're going to throw doubt your way. They're going to throw projection your way. They're going to say you got entities on you. They're going to say all those things to stop you from anchoring in the wisdom and the love and the frequency that is here for everyone to tap into. You are divinity, brown-eyed Crystal. You are divinity, Australia. You are divinity, M. You are divinity, Tasha. You are divinity, CC. And everybody that's watching now, here, or on the replay gets to know that they are divinity. And no one else can project fear onto you. You have to receive it. And so to that, I say, do not receive it. Because you are power. You don't need to fear power. You don't need to. She told me I was using AI because I wanted power. I said, baby, I am power, and so are you. And she said that was ego. Guess what I said? Most women need an ego birth, not an ego death, because we killed our ego, especially melanated women. Do you know how many times I've been told who I was and who I wasn't going to be because of the color of my skin? You know how often? But I unplugged from that matrix because I said I came into this world to change the world. And you are not going to tell me, no one is going to tell me what I can and cannot do and who I can and cannot be. And no one can tell you or any of you that. So I want you to feel into this. And anytime you have been, somebody tried to slap you and tell you you were no good, or slap you and tell you that you're saying the wrong thing, or just because they have more money or they have a bigger audience and they said, no, you're not supposed to do this or you can't do that. Oops. My alarm went off because I have a 9 o'clock call. I got to go in 2 seconds. But anyone that tried to tell you that you can't do this, then double down on whatever they said you can't do, because you are doing the right thing. And if you need help with that, hire me. I love all of you. Don't let anyone backslap and backhand you. I just did a post about the plantations on fire, about Confederate museums being kicked by Gaia and hit by big trees falling on them. Things falling. The ancestors are on fire right now. They're like, take your rest, 92%. You have done enough. Guess what? Show up. Continue to sell. Continue to do what you're doing. Continue to believe in your mission, because no one else can tell you what you are here for and who you are here for. And this is for all women. Because as soon as you are at that peak and at that threshold of having so much belief in yourself, right when you're there will be someone that will try to bring you back down and plug you back into the matrix, the lie, the illusion. But I'm here to tell you the matrix is gone. It doesn't even work anymore. All you have to do is unplug from it. I did 5 whole days to show you how to do that. And so I am here to tell you that no one else, nothing else, no history, nothing can determine who you are and who you get to be in this world unless you let it. And that is why Spirit said, people use projections, they use doubt, they use projecting, you have entities, or you're this, or you're that, to open a belief, a little smidget of a door for you to accept that. And the way you do not accept that is to say, oh no, girl, be gone. Back to you. Return to sender. I do not receive it. I am divinity. I am God, God frequency. God is within me and all around me. I am the spark of the divine. And the divine is within me. And you do not determine who I am, how I look, and what I do. Only I do. I'm going to leave it there. I love all of you. And I will see you soon. Bye.